I'm Nicky.
I'm Vicky.
And I'm Luke.
And today we're going to explain to you all about our relaxed performances here at the Birmingham Hippodrome.
When you arrive, you will see the big doors. That's how you get into the theatre. You will also see a big sign which will tell you what show you are going to see.
So let's go and see what it's all about.
So here we are, inside the foyer. It can get very busy at times, but have no worries. If needs be, there will always be someone here with a sparkly hat to help you out.
Hi, I'm Luke, and there are lots of us wearing sparkly hats when you come, and you can ask us anything.
In this area, we'll have lots of stuff for you. There are toilets, sweets and drinks, a soft play area, and also a sensory room. Remember, our lovely staff in sparkly hats. They will all be here to show you around. When it is time to go and watch the show, there will be an announcement over the speaker system, like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please take your seats as today's relaxed performance will begin in 3 minutes. Thank you.
To get in to watch the show, you have to show your ticket to the person at the door. They will check your ticket and show you where to sit, as there are lots of seats in here.
When you're in the auditorium, the lights are kept on, so it's not too dark, and the sound isn't too noisy because it's kept a little bit lower.
Sometimes there will be special boards at the sides of the stage, which contains very useful information for us. You know, if something is about to happen, like a bang.
Also, sometimes there are people signing for the audiences that are deaf so that they can understand.
These are special headsets that you can wear if you want to listen to the show but not have your eyes open.
There are also breakout rooms, so you can go and chill out and relax. You can also sit outside the auditorium.
Now, at certain points during the show, it might get a little bit dark.
But not too dark.
And remember, the doors will always be open, so you can come and go as you please without worrying.
So let the
Show begin!
Sometimes the show will just go straight through without any breaks. But you can still go to the loo, just relax.
But sometimes you might be coming to see a show that's a little bit longer, and so there's a break. This is called an interval, and everybody gets to have a break, even the actors. Hi Jamie, how are you?
Good to see you again.
It's nice to see you after the panto.
Yes.
And now you're playing Josie.
I am. It's a completely different role. Not in tights this time, which is nice. I get to wear full length trousers, but yeah, it's really lovely to be back here at the Hippodrome. But it's been a dream being Joseph. It's such a fun role, and I think after playing Peter Pan, which is such a fun show to be a part of, I've just had the best year playing lots of fun, happy-go-lucky characters.
Joseph is my most favourite show ever.
Okay, no pressure.
And I'm going to see it lots, included on the relaxed performance.
Lovely, yes.
And I'd like to talk to you about how Joseph isn't like other musicals because there's no talking.
No, it is just completely sung the whole way through, which some people may struggle to sort of like understand the story and stuff, but also it gives people a chance that maybe if they're not necessarily the biggest fans of musical theatre, to just enjoy song after song and good singing and dance routines. And the story's quite self-explanatory. I mean, Joseph is one of 12 brothers. His brothers don't like him. They sell him off. They sell him as a slave, and it's about diversity basically triumphing. He is different than his brothers. He has these visions. He can interpret people's dreams and tell the future. And ultimately, they don't like that about him. They don't understand that he's different. But he sticks to his guns, and he makes sure that he uses what makes him different, his power, and that ultimately makes him the Prince of Egypt, and they will come back grovelling to his feet. And it's about sticking to who you are, and that actually in the end who you are will win. And I think that's a really important message for everybody, especially for me, being openly gay. I've interpreted this musical for my own story, that I was young and I wanted to come out and people necessarily didn't understand that when I did, but I stuck to my guns, and ultimately now that's what I think I'm most celebrated for, is that how much I believe in who I am. And I think that's a really important message for the relaxed performance as well, is that your differences don't make you different, they make you special. And you should never let anyone make you feel any less worthy than you are, and as long as you are self-confident and you believe in yourself, you can only succeed in life.
And quite literally following your dreams and believing in your dreams. And what's your favourite dream?
My favourite dream? Oh God. I'm really unlucky because I'm one of these people that has the best dreams, but within 10 minutes of waking up I never remember them, which is awful. And all these people talk about their dreams. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Honestly, I'm the worst at remembering dreams. I used to have a recurring dream that I could fly. And every time I flew, I fell. So I don't know whether that was maybe a subliminal thing, but I wish I was Joseph. I wish I could interpret what it meant, but yeah. I always want to dream that I have magic powers, but that never happens. I always want that dream, because dreams feel so real. I always want to wish I was a wizard or, I don't know, a superhero, but I never get that dream.
You've got magic powers in Joseph.
I have got magic powers in Joseph.
You can interpret dreams.
I am psychic, yeah.
And how about the role of the narrator? Because it's not like in some shows you have the narrator who tells a story and it's quite distinct from the action, whereas in Joseph it's like the narrator is incorporated into it.
So she's, as much as she's incorporated with us, she isn't actually there, which is what I think special about this part is, I see it that she is the voice of God, or she's our conscience. So we're all obviously in Egypt, but she is, her costume is all black with stars and moons, which leads me to sort of like believe that she's like an ethereal being and she's above us and stuff. And something that Trina said to me, which was really special, is she sees it that nothing happens on stage unless she looks at it. So she's basically, this is her manifesting the story. So in the film, she is a teacher and she's telling the school children. That's how our show starts, is she's telling two kids this bedtime story. And we see it as that the whole show then is their imagination before they go to sleep, which is really important, that she's just this voice the whole way through that none of us see. We don't ever look at her, we completely miss her. Even if she stood in front of us, we have to act like she's not there. Until the very, very end, when I do see her and I realise that she's been the voice that's been guiding me through the whole way to believe in myself. So narrator's a really special part, and Trina's got such a lovely way of being able to tell the story. Like I said, it can be quite difficult to follow a story for anybody through song, do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you need the speech, but she's got such a wonderful way of telling the story through song that I think people really get to grips of what's going on.
What's your favourite song in Joseph?
My favourite song is when all the brothers come to Egypt once I'm the prince, and they all get on their knees and they start begging for forgiveness and they beg for food, and I get a bit of revenge. I love that one. It's a nice little, I mean, I'm so used to playing Peter Pan and Joseph, which are really happy, young, go-lucky roles, that I get this split second of playing a kind of villain, which is quite nice to play that part. But I love all the music. This show is just such a beautifully written song from start to finish. It's just wonderful to be a part of, and it's so happy, so joyous.
How hard was it to remember all the colours?
Difficult. Really difficult, taking me forever. I actually made it harder for myself. I gave myself like trigger points to remember what came next. And for instance, there's one that's Scarlet Black, and I remember that Scarlett Johansson plays Black Widow, which is mad because I'm adding more words to my head, but it was just how I remembered which came next. So yeah, when I'm singing the colours, if I look a bit confused on stage, just because my brain is working overtime, going, what's next, what's next, what's next?
I can sign Any Dream Will Do.
Can you?
Yeah, in Makaton.
That's amazing. We should get you up. You should come and do it with us. Do you know the colours?
Not very well.
Right, so
I do when it's being played.
Isn't it
I
mad?
can.
I'm the same.
But if I do it right now, I can't get them in the right order.
Exactly the same. I know which ones go where when I'm singing it, and it just kind of happens. But when I have to sit and speak it, I'm like, oh god, and I have to fear I'm going to get it wrong because that's all because I'm Joseph.
And something that I really love in Joseph is the whole variety of different music styles.
Right.
Like, you have like the Caribbean bit, where when they're saying about Benjamin.
Yeah.
Oh no, Natty, how you can accuse him is a mystery.
Absolutely.
That one. And like Any Dream Will Do, obviously.
And
And
we've got Canaan Days, which is French themed.
yeah, and also the Elvis tribute
Yes.
of Pharaoh,
Yeah.
which is just amazing. How do you feel about there being so many different styles of music? Is
I think
that
that's
hard?
what keeps it fresh. I think that's what keeps the show going, is that there's so many different variations of style of music that over time it stayed current. Also, I think it also keeps the audience engaged. I think if you had to listen to one style of music for 2 hours straight, you might get a little bit bored. But because it's all over the place and it doesn't take itself too seriously, of course, the brothers aren't in France. The Eiffel Tower was 2,000, 3,000 years later than when the story was built. But it's just a nice little homage to these lovely styles of music, and it's like watching a concert with a music video in front of you, which is why I think it works so well. And it's, as a performer, it's nice to sing all different styles of music for everybody, because you get to try different things out and you get to put different parts of your voices in it. And that's what I've learned as well, is that the difference in my voice throughout the show is massive, because at the beginning I start I'm a young boy and I try and play it really sweet. Then I have some really dark moments and really sad moments where I really have to get emotional. Then I have, like I said, the Prince bit where I'm really angry and I put a big princey villain voice on. And then, like you said, you've got the calypso, the Caribbean part and the French parts, and at the end it's very, very poppy and rocky, so I get to do all my riffs. So it keeps you on your toes as a performer, and it keeps the audience engaged as well.
Yeah. And I like that you kind of, in Joseph, you're all over the world, because you're in Canaan and you're in Egypt, and where is your favourite place to be in Joseph?
Oh, that's interesting. I do like the Egypt part. I love Egypt. I've been to Egypt and it's a wonderful place. And I think in Egypt, for Joseph's character, that's where everything really happens for him. That's where his life changes. Back in Canaan, he's not accepted, and it's not a great place for him. And Egypt as well is a really tough place. He finds himself in prison and on death row until the Pharaoh gives him a lifeline and says, "I need you to interpret my dreams." And I think that whole going from rags to riches story in Egypt is what I love so much about Joseph, is being able to play the two parts of the character.
Who's your favourite brother?
Oh, I can't say that. Who's my favourite brother? It all varies. I mean, I love Benjamin. I feel sorry for Benjamin. Alex, who plays Benjamin, because
You frame Benjamin.
I do, and he's my full brother. Out of all the brothers, he's my full brother. We have the same mum and dad. He's such an innocent boy, but I think I frame him at the end to prove a point that they did that to me when I didn't need it. So I was going to do it to him, but ultimately I've got a good conscience and I don't follow through.
What's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is rainbow. What's your favourite colour?
Rainbow as well. I mean, look at this. This is the biggest rainbow going. This is the coat.
Could you put it on for us?
Would you want to put it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it on. I wear it all the time. You put it on. Right, oh, which way we're going? There we go. Look at that. There you go. So, do you want to go on this afternoon?
Yeah.
You go to Joseph and I'll go and watch. You can sign it as well. Yeah, so yeah, this is it.
I know all the words.
You do know all the words. That really suits you as well. It's nice, isn't it?
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. I do have to have it back though. You can't run away with it.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm really looking forward to a relaxed performance. And yeah, if I see you, I'll bring you up and you can come and sign. What's Any Dream Will Do? Teach me that. And
Okay.
just the words.
So, I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain
Yeah.
to see for certain, while I thought I knew, far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do.
So Any Dream Will Do is any dream
Any dream will do.
will do. I'll put that in. I'll put that in. So Any Dream Will Do. Yeah. Right, I'll put
So
that.
with your fists, pump it.
Pump it. So
That's do.
Any Dream Will
Dream
Do.
do.
Fine. I'll put that in. I'll do that in the next performance. I'll have to keep practicing that, but I will get that in. I promise.
And now the show has finished, and everybody claps and claps a lot. Now the actors love this when this happens, because it means, well, you've enjoyed the show.
When you leave the theatre, everyone will want to go out at the same time. But you don't need to rush. Just take your time and stay with the people you came with.
Make sure you don't leave the theatre on your own. And if you do get lost, find somebody with a sparkly hat. They will help you find your family or the group that you came with.
So thank you very much for coming.
And we hope to see you again soon for another relaxed performance.
Bye!
Ta-da.
Bye.
Whee!